Hi, my name is David McLeod. You know, as humans, even though from a purely genetic perspective we're about 98 to 99% the same, we're all very skilled at noticing the differences between people. This is no surprise, really, because our brains act like sophisticated pattern recognition devices that are really adept at detecting anomalies between any two similar patterns. So even though we all seem to have very similar physical structures, our brains like to point out all of our differences in size, shape, skin color, eye color, and hair color, to name just a few obvious characteristics. Furthermore, we're also aware that as we look at deeper and deeper levels of detail, we're able to identify differences on lower and lower scales. For example, we see differences in any two left hands. And then we see differences in any two index fingers, and then in the bone structure, and then in the cells that make up the bone, and so on, and so on, and so on. So it's no surprise, really, that most of us are pretty comfortable with the idea of being unique in the world, and maybe even in the whole universe. But ironically, what often accompanies that awareness is a profound sense of insignificance. Since there are so many of us in such a vast world and a vast universe, it is easy for us to think of ourselves as having little or no impact or importance. We quickly forget our uniqueness in the vastness of everything and come to the conclusion that because we seem so small in comparison to the grand scale of all it is, we must be virtually insignificant. We ask ourselves questions like, how can I, single, solitary, insignificant I, have any real impact at all? I'd like to shift that way of thinking a little bit here, if I can. Have you ever marveled at the amazing complexity and importance of a single human cell? Well, I'll bet you have. You know, such a tiny little engine that has far more power than we can imagine is the primary building block of our entire body. And yet, do we bemoan the insignificance of that little cell? Hardly. No, we stand in awe about the miracle of the cell. We're so quick to be bowled over by the importance of a single cell whose capabilities and functions inform the entire human structure, while somehow coming to the conclusion that our own human structure is itself insignificant. Enough! The truth is that you are valuable and significant beyond measure. More than that, your uniqueness gives you capabilities that no other being has, anywhere in this world or in the universe. But don't take my word for it. Take some time to meditate on your own uniqueness and the gifts that it engenders, and express deep gratitude for those gifts. Then, please, make sure to share your gifts generously so that the universe itself can be fully expressed through you.